Hey guys, I'm going to do a very quick, very simple tutorial on how to make a cut t-shirt. This is the one that I made. It has, the one sleeve off, and then it has the other one on, and then on the back it's got the cut back. So it's pretty neat. This is maybe my third attempt at cutting a shirt, so it's not the best, but I really do like it, and I like putting a little personality into my t-shirts. I'm probably not done. I'm one of those that adds on and on and on. So, but it's really exciting to just be able to do whatever you want, and it proves that I'm not just a military spouse. Okay guys, so I just put on this little camisole. That way while I'm cutting the shirt that I can just go ahead and slip it on and off really easy. That way I can measure and make sure that I'm doing this right and I don't mess up my shirt. And that way I'm sure I like it. Okay, so here is my shirt that I got from Venice Beach, and as you can see, it is way too big. I don't know, I guess I thought that's what I needed, but I put it on and it looks like a night shirt, and I want to be able to wear it out, so I'm going to cut it. You need a pair of sharp scissors. These are as sharp as I could find, better than safety scissors, I guess. But if you have a sharper pair, go ahead and use them. And if you have fabric scissors, those might be great just because it has like the flat edge. So that way, you won't be too wobbly, and you'll probably come out with like straighter lines. So if you have fabric scissors, use them. If not, just find a pair of really sharp scissors so you can do this really easy. Okay, the first thing we want to do is, let me move that. Okay, we want to find where the collar is, right here. And I'm just going to start out by cutting off the collar, and then I'll try it on and see how much I want to go on each side, whether or not I want it to be asymmetrical or just, like a long scoop neck shirt. So I'm just going to cut off the collar real quick. Okay, so here's the shirt. All I did was I took off the collar, and it's already starting to look a little better. Here, let me put this down. I guess since it's all the way across, I'll just decide which direction I want it to be lower on, just because since the wording is pretty high, I don't want it to be too low of a scoop neck and cut off the words. So I am going to do an asymmetrical. I'll probably, I don't know, I might have this side higher and make it go lower over here, but I'll decide that in a second. But whenever you find out what kind of scoop or neckline that you want, you kind of measure it, and you can put little like nick marks with your scissors right in the collar. You can see, I haven't done them yet, but that's right on the seam is where you're going to want to do it on both sides, and that way you know where to cut and keep it nice and clean. Okay, so as you can see, I went ahead and put little nick marks right here and right here with a dark pen, just so I know where to cut from, and my scissors aren't too sharp, so I didn't, make little cut marks. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut from here pretty straight across over to here. I don't want to go too low because I don't want to mess up the Venice. And make sure and pay attention to the back of the shirt. If you want like a higher back, go ahead and cut one layer at a time. Don't cut both layers. But if you want it really funky and you want the back and the front to be the same scoop, go ahead and just cut both layers at once. And that way you'll have the same back. I took too much off the collar of the front. I didn't have it laying out perfectly straight. So make sure you take your time. Don't try to rush through this, because then you won't have the shirt that you want. So now I'm just going to cut from one to the other.
I hate to see you cry, lying there in that position. There's things you need to hear, so turn off your tears and listen. Pain throws your heart to the ground.
So here's the shirt again. The scoop on the neck is a little asymmetrical, which is exactly what I wanted. I don't want it way off the shoulder, but if you want it way off the shoulder, go ahead, if that's your kind of thing. I just don't really like showing off my shoulders that much, so that's why I left it kind of like this. Whenever I made the marks before, I forgot to mention that I felt where my bra strap was, and I went ahead and made my mark closer to the neck than my bra strap, just because I really don't like my bra straps to show, especially since I have tan lines now. Ugh, it's not good. So, you know, just make the marks wherever you want, and now I'm going to finish trimming this up a little bit. There's a few little jagged edges that I'm going to fix, and after that, I'll go ahead and show you a couple other things you can do. Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead and just cut it while it's on me. I'm trying to figure out what exactly I want, and I'm kind of having a hard time. I know that this is too long, and I don't really like the way that it's cutting, so I'm going to go ahead and make this a shorter sleeve, kind of like a tank top. So when you're doing a tank top, I'm going to pull this a little bit closer so it's easier to work with. With the seam right here, you want to make sure that you're closer to the end of the sleeve than the seam. If you cut inside the seam, you're going to have like this long, ugly, just nasty mark down here to where you can see like everything in your bra. I don't really like it. I think that it's kind of gross looking. I know that some people like having them that far down, and maybe they wear like a tank top underneath it, but it's really just not my thing, so I'm not going to do that. One thing that you can try, especially if you want to make it a little more girly, is you get the arm right here, and you see where it's like a little bit sticking up, kind of like in a straight line. You want to get that and find exactly where that little mark is and make a snip. Like I said, my scissors aren't the sharpest. Okay, so where that snip is, I'm going to go ahead and cut straight up. There's especially if your shirt is new, there will be that little line, you know, where it's been folded for a long time, and just cut along that line and go all the way up that line. And like I said before, take your time, you know, there isn't really a need to rush, especially if you actually want to wear your shirt. And I'm sure the better you get at this, the faster you can go. I'm too worried about messing up this shirt because I really, really like it. So I'm going to take my time and be careful with the scissors so close to your face. So you see now it's like kind of like a little peekaboo arm. I probably won't leave like this just because the sleeves are so big that it's not flattering at all to have like that. Some people want to just have the arm still attached, so I'll show you how to do that on the other side. Maybe not. If I don't show you on the other side, I'll just, you know, tell you how to do it. So from here I'm just going to go ahead and cut this excess off. A little bit off my shoulder like that. So I like the way that looks. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this sleeve just because I like it this way. And but I am going to cut the back, so I'll show you how to do that. The memory card got full, so I had to delete a couple things so I could do this. So if it dies again, I'll just go ahead and do the shirt and then show you afterwards. But I want to show you really quick how to do this. Okay, so go from your starting point. Did it again. Okay, so I just went ahead and made this cut to the left of my middle hole, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, starting from the same middle point, go across. Oops, how do I do this? Okay, and pull it tight, just like always, and cut across. Just like this, and then you want to pull it like always. So my memory card was full, and I had to import everything to my computer and then go ahead and empty it. But I went ahead and did the back how it was. This was the first cut that I made. I just went from the starting point, which is right about here, and went on each side. And then I started right here, went across here, and then I made a little one right here. You can kind of do whatever you want with this, make it fun. Most people go like the longest one is on top, and then it goes to smaller. You can really do whatever you want. This is your t-shirt, so make it your own.